Yeah. Okay, so to list them off the top of my head, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, Pinterest, TikTok, Threads.
I'm here with Zinni Zhang to talk about her startup as we're promoting the Visionaries and Ventures Convention happening this November 17th. But Zinni, you're a startup founder.
Yes, I am.
And we got to know, first of all, what's the name of the startup?
Yeah, for sure. The name of my startup is called Enttor.
And what problem are you solving with your startup?
The problem that we're solving is social media marketing for large enterprise teams. What do I mean by that? So enterprises, imagine a Starbucks or McDonald's, they need to manage their brand image across multiple social media, up to 8. So they have to manage a very consistent brand image. And on top of that, their marketers are inundated with very mundane tasks and questions every single day that they have to spend hours on. A lot of these tasks can be automated by AI, saving the marketers time so they can focus on more creative endeavors, such as coming up with really creative social campaigns.
Okay, you said 8 social media platforms.
Yes.
What are those?
Yeah. Okay, so to list them off the top of my head, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, Pinterest, TikTok, Threads. Gotcha.
Okay.
8.
There we go.
Yeah,
those seem pretty important to manage, and that's a lot to manage all at once.
exactly. Yeah.
But one of the things that you're addressing is not simply getting the posts out there. There's deeper value to what you're providing.
Yeah, for sure. So we're not just allowing marketers to post their content through our web application. We're also pulling in the analytics from all these 8 different platforms and consolidating them in one place so the marketers can make sense of all this data in one place instead of having to log into 8 different accounts to look at the data.
And so what was it that inspired you to pursue this?
Yeah, so what inspired me to start this company was my previous experience in marketing software. By background, I'm a software engineer. I studied computer science, and so I would say I'm a coder at heart. I spent 2 years working at Yext, which is the leading public marketing software company. And there I just noticed that enterprises with over 50 million in annual revenue, they were paying millions of dollars for really bad marketing software. So being a coder myself, I knew I could do it better. I just quit my job and started coding it myself.
All right, there you go. I'm sure there's a lot of other founders who have followed similar paths.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you've also learned from other people who are on different paths. One of the things that the Visionaries and Ventures Convention is doing is bringing people together who come from different backgrounds, different schools, different professions.
Yeah.
Can you think of anybody who you've learned from who came from a different profession or had a different experience or perspective?
Okay, so something I do is I watch a lot of talks on YouTube from tech CEOs, and I feel like they give very good management advice in terms of how do you manage people when you're running a startup. And they have all sorts of different advice. For example, Jensen Huang believes that you should never fire anyone and that anyone can grow to their full potential. He always talks about how he used to be a dishwasher at Denny's and now he's a CEO, so that means anybody can learn how to be a CEO. I really enjoy that line of thinking. And someone else that I look up to and I listen to is Mark Zuckerberg. And I really like how he's a proponent of building things. So when you listen to his talks on YouTube, he always talks about how as humans, there's this innate sense within us that we should be builders and we should always be building things. Maybe not even just companies, but communities. He's a very big proponent of that. So what I like to do is listen to talks from different leaders and pull different pieces of advice. And that helps me be the founder that I am today.
I think that's a great answer. You're in a degree program right now. And what degree program is that?
Yes, I'm in the JD program at Harvard Law School, and I'm currently in my first year.
And how's that going so far?
It's going great. I really love my classes. I will say I do have to be very good at time management to be the CEO of a startup and to also be a 1L at the same time. But I definitely have learned a lot of tips and tricks along the way to manage my time well.
And so what's something, either a principle, maybe a law, maybe not, that you've learned in your classes or things that you've thought about that you think might be relevant to your work?
Something that I'm learning in my legislation and regulation class is the professor does a really good job of getting us to debate certain case law from different perspectives to put ourselves in the positions of the justices on either side. And so what I think I've learned how to do really well from that class is to take a problem and be able to look at it from multiple angles and to be able to attack an argument head on. So I guess to summarize what I'm saying is it's really cool that in my law school classes, I feel like I'm learning actual life skills.
That's great.
Yeah.
So thinking about moving forward with Enttor, what would success look like in the next 6 months?
What success looks like for us would be to have onboarded our first paying client and more to come. So in the next 6 months, I envision our goal to be having 3 paying clients. And then on the fundraising side, I envision that we have raised $1 million.
That's great. Yeah, that's exciting. If there's anybody out there who's looking to drop $1 million. So any parting thoughts on just what you think is important for entrepreneurs to know?
Yeah. What I think it's really important for entrepreneurs to know is, I would say, just get started. And when something seems insurmountable, just take one tiny step in the right direction. The reason I say this is because I started my company just 5 months ago. And at that point, it was just a name, a business credit card, and a business license in the city of New York. And from then to the position I am today, where I have a team of 4, I can't even imagine. If I had looked back 5 months and said, Zinni, this is the place you're going to be in 5 months, I would have said, no way, that's not even possible. Like, how did she even achieve that? So my advice to entrepreneurs is just get started. If a mountain seems too large to conquer, just take one step forward every single day.
Couldn't say better than that. Well, Zinni, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate your time too.